So I don't even know where to start with this, but like this is what is coming. FYI. California and New York and places like that, California in particular needs water. And those fucks are going to try to come for it eventually. I was watching a video talking about how they want to take oil pipelines and instead of pumping oil, they're going to clean them out and pump water because California needs more water to do whatever it is they do in California. Like, I don't like they grow nuts. They need water for that. I know that, but like, seriously, what's going on in California? Like, I think that what's going on in California is that you turned your whole state into a desert. Don't come fucking to us looking for water now that your state has none, now that you've desertified it. Don't expect to get bailed out by every other state in the fucking union because what's going to happen is they're going to come in here and they're going to buy up all our fucking water and then we're not going to have any. And you're going to see the price of water in the country go up. Like, they're talking about, oh, these places have floods and whatever. Everywhere that's having floods is supposed to have floods. More than likely. It's key to its ecosystem. And like, yeah, some of this is like, oh, the lake level won't be affected. Correct. The lake level won't be affected. It's all the people downstream from the fucking lake that are going to be affected. They have to dump that water off. So they're saying instead of dumping off the water that they currently dump off, which gives you a river that is small, they're going to take that away and pump that to California. Fuck those motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. Water is important. I'm sorry that Californians forgot that. Sorry that Californians forgot a lot of shit. But like, there's a war coming in this country, and it's over this shit. It's gonna be over food and water and gasoline, and it's gonna be between the states because there's states like California that continue to march on no matter what. The machine has been built. The machine cannot be unbuilt. Like, go watch fucking Rick and Morty, The Citadel of Ricks. Like, that's a little bit like what California is in some ways. Like, they built this monster out there and it just keeps going no matter what. And it's fed by Hollywood dollars. So, like, there's no way to really fight it. If anything, COVID did us a favor. COVID chased a lot of Hollywood to Oklahoma, strangely enough. And, like, I don't know how to get a job in that here. There's got to be something, right? Like, I want to do props. I'd be good at props. But yeah, that whole video on let's pump all the water to California or let's not. Like, the dipshit making that has no. He's like, his name is 2-Bit Da Vinci. Go look him up. He has 1.1 million views. So it was in my feed. I watch a lot of shit that's just in the feed that I find interesting because I want to do fucking videos like this and bitch about shit. But seriously, this dude's whole point is let's fuck all of the poor people of all of the southeastern United States to keep feeding California. Because all of that water that doesn't go in those lakes, it goes into fucking farmland and animals and ponds and etc. It goes places. Like, it's downstream, right? Like, it comes over the spillway, and if you're not putting it over the spillway anymore, the fucking river dries up. We live in idiocracy. I swear to God. I feel like, what's his face, Luke Wilson or whatever, woken up after 30 years. Whoa, what happened, man? Oh shit, you guys are stupid now. That's essentially what that movie is. It's like some stoner from the '90s gets teleported through time to now. It's now. It's not now. It's 4 to 6 years from now. That's on the outside, maybe 8 on the very outside. We are 4 to 8 years away from President Muchacho the third. Every day we stray further from God. I don't know. What I do know is that I find it disturbing that someone from California thinks that they can just take water from the entire southeastern United States and it's not going to have devastating effects, like desertification effects for the southeastern United States. We aren't even going to have to get nukes to be in Mad Max and fucking Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd is where we are headed. Like, we are some water crisis and a couple of nukes away from Judge Dredd. And honestly, at this point, I don't know if I would be fighting Judge Dredd or if I would be up there going, somebody's got to enforce the fucking law. Because, like, shit's about to get legit, man. I don't know which way is the right way to be, really. There's a solid argument to be made in the if we don't have some law and order, it's going to devolve into chaos. But at the same time, I think most people are good. I think in reality, truth time, if you gave people freedom and opportunity and money, you could run this place with like one sheriff and 4 sheriff's deputies per county. Maybe a little more than that. Let's give them 8. It was a small squad of men for the whole county. And, if everybody else was armed and polite, maybe you'd have to have some court assistant type people that come and like investigate fucking gunfights for the court. Because like the sheriffs would be worried about things outside of town for the most part. I don't know. There's a way to redo law enforcement in this country, but like in reality, you have to have enough fucking land, food, water, and opportunity and money and everything else for everybody. And right now they have everybody sold that you want this thing that you can't even get. And when you get it, you won't be happy. What you really want is to be happy. And, I'm not saying I'm the happiest motherfucker on earth. I consider myself to be a miserable bastard, and I kind of like spreading my hate on the internet. I'm like Sauron, in a way. But these people, like, it's not what they're doing doesn't have joy in it. Like, they're not me, is what I'm saying. They're headed down some very, very dark roads, and they don't see that. They don't see that basically the entire country needs to go listen to the song Ghost Riders in the Sky and realize that to some extent that is talking about our society. Our society at a fundamental level is jacked up. It was jacked up before all of this bullshit happened. Back in like the 40s and 50s, things were not right. But now things are even worse. Like, what little slice of happiness anyone had has been taken away. Like, the breakdown of every family group in the entire country has shit to do with that. Pick a group. I think the real answer to all of this is somewhere in like the 1930s, decisions were made that America really just belongs to like 6 people. Especially after World War II. There's a lot of funky shit going on, and if they really seriously start trying to pump our water to California and we're not getting paid billions of dollars a gallon or some shit, fuck them. Like, basically, there's no reason for us to do that. Our rivers and our animals and our fucking farms and shit need that water too. And by taking it out of the lakes instead of letting it go over the fucking spillways, god damn, man, like that would cause chaos. This is my opinion. Lots of the things these people propose would cause chaos. Like, they don't think about the unintended consequences. None of these people are wise. All of them are smart. And like, I don't like to toot my own horn a lot, but I'm pretty wise ish. Like, the thing that makes me wise ish is that I've done a lot and I've seen a lot, and I've held multiple positions on multiple issues and changed them throughout time, and I can step into people's shoes and see things through their eyes. That is wisdom. It makes me able to see what this guy's shit is in a way that most people couldn't, and like, he's legitimately trying to help, right? But again, we live in idiocracy, and he's not as smart as he thinks he is. Most people aren't as smart as they think they are. And if you'd like to start getting smarter, realize that. Like, just because you have a PhD in something doesn't mean the 5-year-old can't teach you something. In fact, it probably means you should go listen to the 5-year-old because he knows more about whatever it is you're doing than you do sometimes. And like, that's a thing too, is like, I was a savant kid. Like, savant's being, like, it's weird. I test out at like the 99th percentile in like everything but like one or two things. And like, if I remember right, math, I'm not the greatest at except geometry. And there's something else. I don't remember what it was. There's something else I didn't test well in. But like, social studies and language and all that, all the rest of the sections of those standardized tests and shit, I just aced. And like, that's some of the stuff that you need that before you start doing anything, right? But like, I was a fucking idiot when I got those scores. Let that sink in. I'm telling you, as someone that I got a 17 on the ACT when I only turned in 2/3 of it. On the SAT, I think I got, it was a 1700, something like that, 1750, 1800, somewhere in that range. I don't remember exactly. I didn't really care because I wasn't going to that fancy of a school, and I just needed good enough to go there. And I was sad about the 17, but at the same time, I think it's impressive because I got a nosebleed 3 questions into the science section. I didn't get the rest of those at all. There's just a blood smear. So a 17 is about as good as most football players do. That's considered good enough to go to college for those football players. 2/3 of the test. 2/3 of the test, and I'm as smart as a football player. I don't have anything against football players. Some of them are actually quite hot. It's never my game, really. Where were we? Got distracted by the hot football players. Football, men, sex. Now I'm really distracted. Let's just circle back to water wars. That's really what this whole thing was about. Like, the war for resources is going to be intense, I think. And it may not even be like a hot war. I think it's going to be. We have a term here in the South. It's called carpetbaggers. That's when Yankees come here to steal your shit. That's what they're going to do again. They're going to send people here and they're going to buy things. And they're going to pay prices that stupid Oklahoma people don't know. We don't know anything. They're buying water rights, I guarantee you. I don't know the answer to this, but like it makes me want it makes me want to live somewhere that gets consistent rainfall. And like being a desert nomad appeals to me, and I will do that. But the thing that kills that really is resupply on water. I don't know. I have to look into that more. If you want to see something cool though, go to Spring Bar Tents and look up, what was it called? The Leisure Port. That's the tent I'm gonna buy to go in the van. It's dope. 6.99, but like it's like a living room that you can haul with you. I'm gonna have it as like my. If you go watch The Wind and the Lion, there's several parts where they're like just sitting out in this big open air tent or whatever, like smoking and drinking and eating and whatever and hanging out. That's that tent. I have to figure out some furniture for that tent, like a beanbag chair or something. What's up, church man? Hmm? Church man. He's itchy. I have to go get him a flea collar. That fucking knockoff frontline shit we get doesn't do shit. Well, that's all I really had to say about Water Wars. I wish I could remember what my point was from earlier that I was continuing on. I'm sure it was better than whatever I came up with. The thought that we're going to live in Judge Dredd or like Escape from New York soon is somewhat terrifying. The fact that Mad Max, Escape from New York, and Judge Dredd are some of the brighter futures we could have. Hi. Church doesn't care. This cat has like a fucking thing for me. Don't you? See you guys later.